RR League's Raceclub, which is unofficial. Well, they're official races, but they don't count for a championship, so they're one-off. And this is a 3-class multi-class race for 2.4 hours around the Daytona International Speedway. Qualifying was done in hour sessions every night this week up to last night. I only registered to race on Friday, so only did a little bit of practice on Friday, qualified Friday night, and then had another go last night, but actually set my best time on Friday night, and it was good enough for 5th in class, which I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. So we're now in a free practice where I want to do a little bit of running with full tanks, get ready for the race, and also do a practice pit entry, because the pit entry at Daytona is hopelessly fast. So let's see how much fuel we got in the tanks. Probably still on qualifying fuel, so let's brim it and see what it's like on full tanks. And go for a little go. We will have the race briefing in a little bit as well.
New fastest lap for Door, 140.7. The guy in front has just done a 143.5. The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
And you can see the 3 classes. So we got GTE, P1, and me, which is the GTR or GT1. It was actually one of the GTRs that messed up my qualifying last night. I would have been a little bit further.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. You've got cold brakes all round.
The GT1s are quite tricky because they have no toys, so no traction control or ABS.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Green flag sector 1.
In the tight corners where you accelerate out for it, it's really easy to spin these things around, as I'm sure I will do in the race more than once. Just got to hope you don't do any damage. The other place that's really tricky is going through the bus stop chicane, which is just coming up to now, especially if you're following another car closely. Because your exit out of that corner is vital, because you carry the speed all the way along this straight, well, around the bank oval. And then you muck it up, you can lose 5 places. This is the pit entry here. So you have to decelerate from the best part of 200 miles an hour down to 60. I'm hoping with full tanks we've got a bit more weight over the rear axle. So we can be a little bit more aggressive with the...
You're locking your right front going into International Horseshoe. Alright Pete, there's a faster class car approaching.
Careful, car on your right. Clear right.
Andre Bergsma, mountain of old Marmite days. So a good qualifying time was, I think the fastest in the GTR, the GT1s was a 139, a high 139. I should have been in the 140s, but just missed out by 10 thousandths.
You've just done a 142.9.
Reasonably happy with that. It was my first lap by full tanks. At the end of the day, this is about survival in 2.4 hours.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 2. Your brake temperatures are okay.
Another P1 coming up behind me. And they come up on you so fast. You know, the P1 in this game is like Le Mans prototypes.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
One more lap. So I'm doing 143s thereabouts. I don't think that's going to be far enough. It's fast enough, but
P5, you're currently 2.5 seconds off the pace. Sectors 2 and 3 are 1.1 off the pace. Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Your lap time was 143.2.
too deep in there.
We're seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. Yellow flag, Sector 2. Looks like the leader has gone off in turn 6. Yellow flag, stay sharp. You're clear, incident clear.
Better exit out of there.
Sector 2 is clear.
There's a message about the server. I didn't see it, so. Well, there's going to be somebody has left us there. Once we've done the race briefing, I'll join the paradigm shift chat.
You're now 2.8 off the pace. That lap was a 143.5.
That's better.
You're locking your left front, braking for turn 1.
Really lost it coming out of there.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. You're locking your right front into turn 5. Yellow flag, Sector 3.
There we go.
Yellow flag, green flag, all clear.
Too much juice with too much steel, and there it goes. I'm going to stop talking now because unlike some of the stars, I can't talk and not crash.
Sector 2 is 1.9 seconds off the pace. There's a faster car approaching.
On your right. Clear on your right.
Seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Yellow flag, green flag, Sector 2. Green flag, Sector 3.
We've got a flat spot.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Incident clear, green flag. Sector 1 is clear.
Slow exit. Not too far off the base. Quite what it's telling me up there.
B6, that's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. That was a 142.5. You're locking your left front going into turn 1. You're locking your right front into turn 5.
Get up to Andre Molin time, I might just do it.
P5, that's your fastest lap today. That lap was a 142.0. Yellow flag, Sector 1. We think P3's gone off in turn 2. Sector 1 is clear. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is yellow.
So a second off with off my qualifying time, which I'm reasonably happy with.
Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace.
Well, I mustn't forget to go into the pits this time.
Activate limiter.
I think that was too fast. Go around and do it again. God, it's a long pit lane.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
All right, all clear on the right.
You're locking your right front going into turn 5. Okay, Pete. There's a faster car approaching. Looks like P1 has gone off in turn 6. Sector 2 is clear. Engage the limiter.
That was still too fast.
That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
Tires are cold now.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. Sector 3 is clear. Yellow flag in Sector 3.
It's briefing time now.
Okay, Pete, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Everybody, can you all hear me?
Yay! Loud and clear.
Well, I'm sorry for everybody that can hear me. Welcome. 2.4 hours of Daytona International Speedway road course. I'm sure you're all looking forward to it. It'll be lovely. You'll enjoy it. This month's Raceclub sees us come back to RRL after a foray into ACC last month. And sees us taking on a solo endurance event. Always quite popular, these ones. Less popular on the Monday morning, but enjoyable on the Sundays nonetheless. I would like to make clear at this point that there is a 500 VRP prize kindly donated for everybody who finishes the 2.4 hours. Everybody who crosses the checker flag will be put into that automatically, and I will do a draw at some point tomorrow, and that will be posted and sent out to you as soon as humanly possible. So to get onto the race tonight, we're looking at drive-through, penalties for cut tracks, obviously no qualifying session, which is a bit unusual, but obviously we're doing that throughout the week, and thank you for everybody that participated in that. I believe everybody who is in here has actually completed a qualifying time by the looks of it, apart from maybe Bergsman. Anyway, thanks to the guys that did that. That was really interesting to see over the week how people develop their times. Obviously, we've got damage on, so take care of the car. It won't last 2.4 hours if you're bashing off every single curb and every single wall in existence, which is fun to do around here, but obviously not optimal. And we will also be running fuel and tyres at one times on both. Just a note on flags, they will be visual only flags today, so all flags will be triggered and shown. However, you will not get an in-game penalty for not following them. A note on blue flags, obviously lapping rules specific for the oval I'll come into a bit later on when we get on to specifics of the track. However, blue flag rules at RR leagues are the endurance flag rules. It's not hop out of the way and park the car and let the guy go past. It's give yourself 3 sensible taking an opportunity to let the guy through. Obviously, we will be having blue flags between the GT1s and GTEs. Those will be programmed in game. Despite the now apparent difference in pace between the two, there is no expectation for you to let them through on a blue flag if you are actually racing for position. Obviously, once it comes to genuine blue flags, be sensible, do what you're supposed to do. But at the beginning of the race, I think our very own Jack Camaletto is buried in the middle of the GTE pack after a torrid qualifying lap on Tuesday. So you guys ahead of him in the GTE class, you will be shown blue flags from the moment the race starts. Ignore them, he's got to get through you safely and cleanly. A note on that, of course, RR leagues, our number one tenet is being safe and being sensible. So don't go punting people off. You can't win the race in turn 1. You really can't. So be sensible, be clean, and if you do happen to knock anybody off, we obviously recommend that you do find somewhere safe and then let the car through that you have reversed. There will be no stewarding tonight. We don't do stewarding for race club events. Obviously, we do in our standard event. However, if you do feel like you have been unfairly treated out on track, I will be accepting DMs for, well, tomorrow, basically, for the whole of tomorrow. If you get a DM to me to say, can you just look at this, even if it's just an advisory thing of in a proper race series, what should I have done or anything like that, then by all means, send those through to me and I'll have a look for you. Like I say, be patient on the first lap. You won't, although we're doing a formation lap, you won't have warm tyres and brakes. They'll be very cold, so be sensible into those. And when it comes to pitting, obviously pit entry here is it's full. It's an 80-kilometer pit lane. Obviously, coming into the pit road, going to be a massive difference between those pitting and those out on track. The advice for that is just come to the left-hand side early. Go onto the apron early if you have to, just to make sure that you're not in that situation, and just make sure you get it slowed down. Yes, you can gain time here. Is a drive-through worth it? That's your choice. Do you really want to be making an extra pit stop in a 2.5 hour?
Okay, Pete, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
So just be very aware of that. Pit exit as well. Obviously, we do kind of come out onto the pit. The pit exit does obviously come out onto the racing line a little bit here. Just be sensible with it. You run alongside each other for quite a while with the wall between both parts of the track, so you should be fairly aware of what traffic is around, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But again, stick to your side of the white line, especially if there's traffic around. Again, going on to just a general rule on the oval, there is on the far left-hand side of the track, there is a double yellow line. Do not cross it. The track is flat there, you won't take as much speed, and you will bobble and potentially come up and hit the car that's to your right, that's above you on the racetrack or behind you or in front of you. You are not to use this to overtake, you are not to use this to lap, you are not to use this to facilitate lapping. Do not use the apron, you will cause yourself grief. And when you cause yourself or somebody else grief, and I hear of it, that will be 0 on the sympathy scale. Don't use it, you've been warned. With that lapping, please, slower cars, stay to the low side where you can on the oval. We understand that you may have to be on the high side, so particularly as you come out of turn 6, as you go back onto the oval after the infill section, you'll be obviously looking to go high there. A P1 might cut underneath you. Again, as you come out of that P7, oval turns 1 and 2, and you go to the right to get ready for the bus stop, you might find a P1 on your inside as you kind of drift up on the oval bit. Drift up on the banking to get to that right-hand side. These are perfectly legitimate lapping moves. Just be aware of what's around you. Most people here won't have done much oval racing, if any, so just bear that in mind. But general rule, slow car to the inside, faster car on the outside, you should have the speed differential to overtake them. I think that's everything for track specifics for today. Anything else I wanted to mention? Obviously turn 1 is a bit of a bugger, be careful. The race start will be a rolling start, so what will happen is we'll get the lights come on as normal, like you would in every other race event. The lights will go out, everybody will hold their brakes for 5 seconds. At that point, P1 of the LMP1 field will set off, and P2 and P3 in turn, until all the P1s have set off. Then pole for the GT field will wait another 5 to 10 seconds, give a bit of a gap between the two classes, before they then release their pack. Single file until we come out of the bus stop. At that point, move to the side of the track you are placed on. So I believe that here pole is on the inside anyway, but that will be the way it is. Okay, so just form up in order on the same side of the track that you are placed on. If somebody has an incident on the formation lap, they are to drop to the back of the grid, and that is the back of the whole grid. So if you are third place in LMP1 and you spin off, you go all the way back behind the GT field. Do not try and recover into the P1 field. You'll just cause instance on the formation lap. It'll be a shitstorm. We don't want it. Go to the back of the field and make your way through. From there, let's say P3 does go out. P4, you stay on your side of the grid. P5 will move into the P3 position, and everybody on the odd side of the grid will move up, effectively move up a position. This is so that we don't have people trying to cross over and think, oh, I should be on this side or I should be on that side. Yes, it means technically you lose out on a position, kind of, I guess. We're all grown up to deal with it. Once we've been in, obviously once we come out of the bus stop, side by side, as quickly as possible, down from 130k that you'll be travelling for the first 2/3 of the lap, down to 80k. Pole guys, if you want to use your pit limiter, provided it's 80k, I believe it is, to do this, feel free, you don't have to. And like I said, form up on the side of the grid that you are on. So I can just see timers.
Alright Pete, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Pretty sure it's 60 kph limiter. Don't ignore me. 60 kph limiter, keep to 80k. Do that manually. And run round in double file round to the acceleration zone. The acceleration zone starts where the grass starts on the left hand side after pit entry. The acceleration zone ends at the start finish line. Anywhere between here, the pole guy can just nail it, and you're allowed to overtake the guy to your right or left, but you are not allowed to overtake the guy in front of you in your queue. It must be one smooth acceleration, no faking it or anything like that. The first car in the grid set off, or the pole guy. It should be the same, Fabian. It'll be the pole guy, won't it? It'll be the guy on the left. Whoever's in first on the grid, can't remember who it is now. I think it might be you actually. Then you set off. Okay? And then David for the GT1s once the P1s have got a bit of a gap. We understand that starting on the banking will be difficult initially on the standing start. This might be the... No, Fabian, it isn't random. What I've done is I've set the grid manually. The grid has been set manually by myself, so you will be P1 and P2, etc. as the qualifying times have dictated. Yeah, we understand that's going to be difficult. So if you are on the left-hand side of the grid, you may use the apron, kind of drift down onto the apron or towards the apron to get a little bit of traction going so that you don't spin off up into the guy ahead. Take the time. It's a 6 kilometre lap. You've got plenty of time to catch up to the guy ahead of you. You know, you don't have to be...
210.
Again, like when you're in single file, you don't have to be nose to tail. It's not worth it. It'll cause an accident in an instant. I'm very aware that we are coming up to time. I think that is everything I've got to say. Anybody got any questions or comments or anything they'd like to mention at this point? Amazing. All right. Have fun, everyone. Like I said, grid has been set. There are a couple of instances of... I don't think that's going to matter, though. No, it's not going to matter. So if you guys would like to disperse, you are free to leave Discord. If you would like to make use of the team channels below in Discord, feel free. No obligation, of course. Everybody have a great race. Have a safe race. And remember, there is a potential...
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Make sure you stay on track. Make sure you're there to put yourself in a position where you could get that. Have fun, guys.
Thanks. Cheers. Bye.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Good luck.
Cheers, Ethan. Thanks for your efforts, mate. Good job.
Oh yeah, thank
Evening all.
Hello. Evening, everyone.
Randy, 4,000.
Good evening, guys.
Hey, Fat Cat.
Evening.
This is like days of old, isn't it?
Almost.
Checkered flag, P6.
Good luck, guys. Have some fun, then. All the best to you.
And to
Good luck.
Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
I thought it was on the other side of the grid.
Yeah, I'm MP6. I should be MP7, but probably someone's missing.
Okay, Pete, stay calm, focus. Go! Yellow flag.
This is not afternoon, this is sunset by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I should be in P5, I'm in P6. It's weird.
Green flag, sector 1. Green flag.
Are you in here, Nidge? So you're lagging like nothing on earth. Oh, let's come back now.
The gap to Wood ahead is now 0.42. White flag, mate.
Don't know why he's not keeping up with the P1s.
On your left.
White flag.
Still there. Easy, hold your line. Still
Good luck,
there.
guys.
Good luck, dudes. Have fun.
Careful, still there. Hold your line.
There's a white flag.
Hold your line. You're clear left. Car on your left. Clear left. Left side.
White flag.
Clear on the left side.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow.
Left side. Careful, still there. Easy, hold your line. Still there. Careful, car on your left.
There's a white flag.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear left. Easy, car on your left. Hold your line. All clear on the left. Car on your left. Hold your line. Clear left. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left side.
Sector 3 is clear. Okay, Pete, the next car is Wood. We're seeing right front locking into turn 5. Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits.
Car on your right. Clear on your right. Easy, car on your left. Clear left.
The gap to Fillingham. Ahead is now 0.6. Sector 1 is yellow. You're locking your left front into turn 1. Sector 1 is clear. The gap to Fillingham in front is now 1.0 seconds. Okay, Pete, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past. Our refueling window will open after 21 minutes and closes after 1 hour 23 minutes. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. The gap behind is now 0.5. That lap time was 1:42.72. Okay, Pete, don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it. Sixth place. Yellow flag, stay sharp. Green flag, you're clear. You're locking your right front into turn 5.
Car on your left. You're clear left.
Green flag, sector 1. Time to get defensive, mate. P5, you've just done a 142.75. gap to Fillingham ahead is increasing. It's now 3.1 seconds. You're locking your left front going into turn 6.
Careful, car on your left. Still there. All clear on the left.
Come on, Pete. Don't let him get away. Sixth place. That last lap was a 1:43.42. Sectors 1 and 3 are a second off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace. Haas is leading the race. Here come the LMP1 cars. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. There's a group of faster cars approaching. They're fighting for position. The class leaders in the group. Blue flag. The gap behind is now 0.5. Okay, Pete. Ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those exits.
Car on your left. All clear on the left. On your left. Clear left. Car on your left. Clear on the left side.
Yellow flag.
Left side.
Blue flag.
You're clear left.
Incident clear. Green flag. You're locking your left front, braking for bus stop. Door is now leading.
What idiots.
The gap to Wood ahead is
I knew
increasing.
this was
It's
gonna
now
happen.
2.3 seconds.
Especially in that bus stop.
Blue flag. The car behind's a faster class. Sector 2 is yellow.
Left side. Clear left.
Green flag, sector 2. There's a group of faster cars behind. They're racing for position. Yellow flag. Blue flag. Green flag, you're clear.
Left side. All clear on the left. On your right. Clear on your right.
There's a group of faster cars behind P5. That lap time was 1:43.00. Blue flag.
Car right. Clear right.
blue flag.
Car on your right. Clear on your right.
The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. The gap to Wood ahead is increasing. It's now 2.4 seconds. Just ignore him, he'll go away.
Car on your left. Careful, car on your left. Easy, hold your line. Clear left.
Shite, stay close, you might get him back. You're locking your right front into turn 5. The gap in front is now 0.7. P6. Yellow flag, sector 1. Green flag, sector 1. The gap behind's increased to 1.1 seconds. The gap in front is now 0.9. Sector 2 is clear. Seeing right front locking into turn 5.
Only 2 hours to go, guys.
Oh my god.
For fuck's sake.
Man.
Alright Pete, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 0.16. Your lap times are improving. Seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. Keep the pressure on, don't give him a break.
Do flat spots repair themselves?
It's repaired itself.
No, do they?
I hope not.
The gap ahead is now 0.8. You've just done a 142.92. You're locking your right front into turn 5. The gap in front is now 1.1 seconds. That was 142.14. E6. Green flag sector 3. The gap in front is now 1.4 seconds. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. Okay, Pete, you've used half your fuel. The gap to Fillingham behind is now 1.4. Yellow flag in sector 1. Alright Pete, there's a faster car bearing down on you. He's the class leader. Blue flag, sector 1 is clear.
On your right. All clear on the right.
Your lap time was at 1:42.32. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.5 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Sorry, dude, I didn't notice you there.
You're locking your right front into turn 5. Use all the track, force him to find the gap.
You had a really good exit. All good?
flag. Okay, Pete, there's a faster class car approaching.
On your right. Careful, still there. All clear on the right.
Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is clear. You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now.
Car on your left. You're clear left.
Good consistency. Keep him coming. Blue flag.
Careful, car on your right. Hold your line. Clear on your right.
There's a faster class car approaching. Blue flag.
Car on your right. Clear right. Car right. Clear on your right.
Your right front's punctured. Keep pushing. We might get him back.
Eventually what happens, you get a puncture.
I can use the rattle.
Car right. Clear right.
That right front's gone, mate.
All clear on the right. Car on your right. Clear on your right.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Slower car ahead. This guy won't get a blue flag because he's racing us for position.
Pete had a puncture.
I need a rest anyway.
Go, go, go. Haas is now in the lead. There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you. The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them. Slower class car ahead. Blue flag. Sector 2 is yellow.
Clear on your right.
Take it easy, you've got cold tyres. Your brake temperatures look good. You're locking your right front going into turn 5.
Car on your left. Clear on the left side.
That's last. Your tyre temps are all good. Your last lap time was 1:43.28.
Let's just have a little bit to think where we are then. It's a bit early for my stop, but only a little bit early. So I was planning to put 93 litres in my second stop, and it's telling me I need to add 105. So 103, so 90, so it's 10, which is only about 3 laps worth. So it's only a few laps ahead. I need to look after these tyres because I don't want those flat spots again. I want to control when I'm going to be. So I'll just sacrifice a little bit of lap time. So it costs, the pit stop is stationary for a minute. So anyone who's plus about 20 to 30 seconds on the way in and on the way out. So anyone who's about a minute and a half ahead of me, I've got a chance of jumping. So that gets me up to So Jack's a lap ahead of me.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag Sector 1.
Right, come on, we need to pay attention. We're not going to get...
Faster car approaching. This guy's the class leader. Blue flag. That lap was a 143.31.
On your right. Clear on your right.
P1's coming now.
Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars bearing down on you. These guys are scrapping for position.
Car right. Clear on your right.
Blue flag.
Careful, car on your right. Clear right. Car on your right. All clear on the right.
Okay, Pete. Your lap times are pretty consistent. You're locking your left front into turn 1.
Lap 26.
Blue flag. There's a faster car approaching. Seeing right front locking into turn 5. Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag. Green flag, sector 2.
On your left. Clear left.
I'm gonna pit, Jack, so you know.
Okay, doke. Thanks for letting me know.
Green flag, sector 3. Okay, Pete. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag. Your lap time was 1:42.58. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 3 is yellow. Slower class car ahead. Green flag, sector 1. Sector 3 is clear. Yellow flag in sector 3. Okay, Pete, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. You've just done a 1:42.25.
Cold brakes.
You're locking your right front into turn 5. Green flag, sector 3. Yellow flag, sector 3. Your lap time was at 1:41.92. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Left side. Clear left.
The leader, Haas, is pitting.
Car right.
Sector 3 is clear.
Clear on your right. Clear on the left side.
That guy Ruler's a nutter.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Blue flag.
Easy, car on your left. All clear on the left. Careful, car on your left. Clear left.
Green flag sector 3.
And 28.
Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag, stay sharp. White flag, mate. Green flag, you're clear. Sector 2 is 1.1, off the pace.
Left side, you're clear left.
You're locking your right front going into turn 5. Lead car's pitting. Sector 3 is clear. Yellow flag sector 3. There's a car leaving the pits. That lap time was 1:42.08. Yellow flag in sector 1. Sector 1 is clear. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Pete. Yellow flag sector 1. seeing right front locking into turn 5. Green flag sector 3. The gap ahead is now 12 seconds. Sector 1 is clear. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag Sector 1. You're locking your right front into International Horseshoe. Slower class car ahead. Blue flag, sector 3 is yellow.
Car on your left.
Okay, Pete, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
Car on your left. Clear on the left side.
That lap was a 142.66. Blue flag.
Car on your left. Careful, still there. Clear left.
You're locking your left front going into turn 1. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. The gap to Wood behind is now 6.3. P7. Past the car behind. Blue flag.
On your left. Clear left.
That lap was at 142.42. We're seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. Coming up on a slower class car. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. The gap to Wood behind is now 5.8. That last lap was a 142.66.
On your right. Clear right.
Sector 3 is clear. Blue flag.
Left side. You're clear left.
The gap to Wood behind is now 3.2 seconds. That was a 144.43.
Well, I think my strategy's gone to hell. Because I don't think my tyres are going to last, because the vibration from this flat spot's terrible. So I expect I'm going to have a puncture anytime soon. Which means I'm going to have to do 3 stops rather than 2. So I may as well just plough on and get to the puncture sooner rather than later. Decent lap, but it doesn't catch me.
Seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. You're locking your right front into Zone 5. Alright Pete, half distance. We estimate 22 minutes of fuel left. The gap to Wood behind is increasing. It's now 3.4. Yellow flag in sector 3. Seventh position. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. We need to find a 10th in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. You're coming up on a slower car.
Look, 2 mistakes in 2 corners. Just giving him a second. I think I might just pit now anyway. Then at least I'm in control of when I have my puncture.
Okay Pete, you should have plenty of space on the exit. We expect to exit the pits in position 8. The guy in front is Wood. done. Go, go. There's traffic behind, take care. You've got cold brakes all round, be careful. Blue flag.
Car on your right. Clear on your right.
Your front tyres are cold. You're locking your right front into zone 5. There's a car leaving the pit lane. You're running last. Tyre temperatures are good. Okay, pit stop requested. Okay, Pete, expect traffic on exit. On exit, we should be in position 8, a few seconds in front of door. Last lap time was a 1:43.31. Past the car behind. This guy's their class leader. Blue flag.
Car on your right. Easy, hold your line. All clear on the right.
Blue flag. We're seeing right front locking into zone 5. Blue flag.
Easy, car on your left. All clear on the left.
Acknowledged. Pit request cancelled. That was a 143.43. Blue flag.
Car on your right. Clear right.
Okay, Pete. There's a faster car approaching. Blue flag.
On your right. All clear on the right.
Your lap times are dropping off. Come on, stay focused. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. Blue flag. There's a faster class car behind.
Car on your left. Clear on the left side.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. Yellow flag in Sector 1.
Well, that will be a drive-through.
Whoa, what the hell happened there?
You've just done a 142.31.
I lost the rear on the brakes. Well, no drive-through for speeding in the pits. That's good.
That is good.
Seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe.
Sorry to bother you again.
No, you're all good, you're all good.
Bother him as much as you want.
Green flag Sector 3. You're locking your right front going into Zone 5. Yellow flag Sector 3. Okay, pit stop requested. There'll be traffic on the exit. We should come out into position 8, a few seconds behind door. Green flag Sector 1. Pit stop cancelled. You've just done a 143.09. Sector 3 is clear. Sector 3 is yellow. That lap was a 143.05. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is clear. Sector 3 is clear. The leader, Haas, is pitting. Alright Pete, there's a car exit in the pit, heads up. That lap time was 142.25. Blue flag. There's a faster class car behind.
On your left. You're clear left.
Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear. Blue flag. There's a faster car behind, he's class leader.
Left side. Clear left.
Blue flag. Okay Pete, there's a faster class car approaching. That last lap was a 1:43.38.
Left side. Clear left.
Blue flag.
Car right. Clear on your right.
Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. You're locking your right front into turn 5.
Just so you know, Martin, I'm jumping in the pits this lap, okay, bud?
Okay, nice fight.
Green flag Sector 3.
There we go with the flat spot again. So that's another 10 minutes.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. We think that Schneider has stacked it in turn 1. Sector 1 is clear.
Off to the left of this first corner, you can just go on the inside, okay?
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Maybe not. I'll stay left.
Yep, thanks.
The leader, door, is pitting. Door, in front, is pitting. You're locking your right front going into International Horseshoe. seeing right front locking into turn 5. The gap in front is now 12 seconds. Yellow flag sector 3. Haas is now in the lead. Okay Pete, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. That lap was at 142.42.
God, it's the first time I got that corner right tonight. My fastest lap.
The gap ahead is now 10 seconds.
It's a shame I've got to pit again.
Your last lap time was at 141.72. Sector 1 is yellow. Yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag. Sector 3 is clear. You're locking your right front into turn 5. Sector 1 is clear. Okay, Pete, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 8.8 seconds. Seeing right front locking into turn 5. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. You should have plenty of space on the exit. When we exit the pits, we'll be in P8. Yellow flag, sector 1. Incident in sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag, sector 1. Go, go! There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Blue flag. Your front brakes are cold. Take care. Slow car ahead. This guy's racing us for position. He won't get a blue flag.
On your right, still there. Clear on your right.
Blue flag. Gap in front is now 4.4 seconds.
Car right. Clear on your right.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. That lap time was 1:42.24. Yellow flag, stay sharp. You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 3.8 seconds. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. Coming up on a slower class car. We think hover has crashed in International Horseshoe. Sector 1 is clear. The gap in front is now 4.2 seconds. Your lap time was a 1:41.82. Blue flag.
Easy, car on your left. All clear on the left.
Track limits. You're locking your left front into turn 1. You're locking your right front into turn 5. There's a faster car approaching, slower class car ahead. Green flag sector 3. Blue flag. You're locking your left front, braking for bus stop.
Careful, car on your right. Hold your line, clear right.
Blue flag. Alright Pete, there's a faster car approaching, coming up on a slower class car.
Car on your right. All clear on the right.
Green flag sector 2.
On your right. Clear on your right.
Blue flag, we've just cut the track. Green flag, all clear.
Car on your right. All clear on the right.
The gap in front has increased to 10 seconds. Yellow flag sector 1. Green flag sector 1. Yellow flag in sector 3. gap in front is now 10.0. You've just done a 142.03. That's 20 minutes to go. The gap ahead is now 9.3 seconds. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag Sector 1. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 1 is clear. The gap in front is now 8.6 seconds. car behind's a faster class. Blue flag.
Careful, car on your right. Clear right.
Minutes left. Your lap times are pretty consistent. Green flag sector 3. You're locking your right front going into turn 5. The gap ahead is now 7.1 seconds. That was 142.58. Sector 1 is yellow. Sector 1 is clear. That was 142.50. You're locking your left front into turn 1. The gap in front is now 6.3 seconds. You got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Okay Pete, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 5.8 seconds. He's slow into International Horseshoe. That lap was a 141.81. Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace. The gap in front is now 5.0 seconds. Your lap time was 141.92. Okay Pete, that's good consistency, keep it up. You're locking your left front going into turn 1. Faster car approaching, this guy's their class leader. The gap ahead is now 4.6 seconds. Seeing right front locking into International Horseshoe. Blue flag. You're locking your right front into turn 5.
Careful, car on your left. Hold your line, all clear on the left.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag Sector 1. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. That lap was a 142.28. The gap in front is now 4.8. Yellow flag in sector 1. You've just done a 142.07. We think that Avlacek has gone off in turn 1. Sector 1 is clear. Blue flag. Okay, Pete. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. There's a faster class car approaching.
All right. Clear on your right.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
And for your information, 2 more laps.
Thank you.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Yellow flag. You're clear. Incident clear. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag, Sector 1. Sector 3 is clear. One more lap to go. Blue flag. Yellow flag. Green flag. Sector 2 is clear. P7. Okay, it's over.
Well, go campers. Somehow I got 7th rather than 8th. Don't know what happened to Jack. I'll find out in a minute.
GG, Berks, what did you win?
Yeah.
Well done, man. Awesome job.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, the leader disconnected, so that was a bit of an advantage. But,
Okay.
but still, I think because we were really strategic, so I changed. We had to do 2 stops, and I changed my tires in the first one because I had a flat spot, and he didn't change his tires at all. So in both stops, so he had to do the whole race on one set of tires. So he was 30 seconds ahead of me, but I was pretty curious if he could make it or if he in the final stint would lose a lot of time. Like he was 30 seconds up the road, so that's quite a lot. But yeah, it could have been really interesting. So big shame that he disconnected. But and I made some stupid mistakes, but yeah.
Well done everyone who got to the end. That's what I say.